Honestly, you guys, last time I went to Starbucks, the drink turned out to be like almost $6 for a small one. So I'm gonna teach you guys how to make your own Frappuccino. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're gonna learn how to make Frappuccinos. So a regular Frappuccino here where I live is about what? It's about $4.95 for a small one. I wanted extra caramel drizzle and coconut milk. So the extra caramel drizzle was 60 cents and then coconut milk was an extra 70 cents for a total of $6.25 for a small Frappuccino. If you don't think that's ridiculous, that's fine. I think it's a little ridiculous. Plus, I have the cup, so we can follow the cup and how they make it at Starbucks. The cup itself, these lines right here, are technically measurements. Also, if you don't want to go to Starbucks and get a cup or buy a drink, because that's what I did. I bought a drink and then I just used it. But I also came up with another recipe, pretty much the same thing. Just in case you don't have a cup. We're gonna start with my favorite drink that I always order at Starbucks, which is the matcha Frappuccino. Oh my god, you guys, I still can't believe I have these. So this first recipe is the matcha one. This one's pretty easy, and I'm going to show you guys how to make it using this Starbucks cup. You want to pretty much pour milk, whatever milk you like, to this first line. So I'm going to be using, this is their Costco organic non-dairy oat milk. I like to add it to the second line for these non-dairy ones because I feel like they're not as creamy as the regular milk one. So I just added a little bit more. Again, keep it to the first line if that's what you prefer. Then for the ice, what you want to do is you want to measure your whole cup of ice. I filled up my cup of ice, and that's going to be your measurement, and this is just the tall. So if you go and you get a grande, you use a grande cup. The matcha one does come with some syrup as well. Personally, when I get my matcha, I never go for the extra pump of classic syrup, which is just extra sugar. The reason I always take it out is because I'm going to add extra caramel. Second step, and this is what's going to keep your Frappuccino nice and creamy and not break apart. 2 tablespoons of corn syrup. So I'm making mine in my blender and just adding 2 tablespoons. The last thing you need is just your matcha powder. You want to add some sugar to it. So this is going to be 2 tablespoons of matcha. Not tablespoons, teaspoons. And then that's pretty much it. We're going to go ahead and blend it, and that's it. So let's go ahead and recap. You want to do 1 full cup of ice. And then first line of your chosen milk, they use whole milk. You want to do 2 tablespoons of classic syrup, and then you want to do half of a pump of classic syrup, and then 2 teaspoons of your matcha. Now we're going to add some drizzle. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Then we're going to add some whipped cream. At Starbucks, they do make their own whipped cream, so that's why it tastes a little bit better. But if you want to do your own whipped cream, go ahead, that's fine. For me, it's not really worth the hassle. So the next drink I'm going to show you guys is the caramel Frappuccino, and I'm going to show you how to make this one without the Starbucks cups. So this is again for a tall size. So I also wanted to mention, if you guys have these Starbucks cups as well, you can also use these to measure out your drinks. So again, if you want to do a Frappuccino, you want to follow milk up to this first line. You see this rigid on your cup? You can find those on the ones that they give you as well. That's how much coffee you want to add. To make the Frappuccino roast, you want to do 2 teaspoons of instant coffee and then 2 tablespoons of hot water to dissolve the instant coffee. Or you can do a shot of espresso, whatever you prefer. Cup worth of ice. About that much of ice. And then I'm going to use my caramel syrup. I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of caramel. So at Starbucks, what they actually use is this kind of syrup. They just use the caramel one. Technically, it's 1 pump. So it would be 1 big pump. Or at Starbucks, it would be 2 half pumps. But it's technically just 1 pump. Or you can do one of these. And don't worry, you guys, I'm going to put the recipe. It should be up here. You want to do 1/4 cup of milk, and then for this one I'm going to be using whole milk, which is what they use at Starbucks. And then again, 2 tablespoons of our corn syrup. I'm just going to be using this cup that my sister got from a boba tea place. I'm not really sure how many ounces it is. It might be a little bit bigger than a regular standard tall from Starbucks. And you go ahead and add as much as you want or as little as you want. It is yours, you own it. You're not gonna get charged for, you know, an extra 60 cents for it. So this is the cup. Obviously it didn't come up all the way just because, again, it's not the same. It's a measurement for a tall. Then we're just gonna finish it off with some more caramel. I just ran out. I'm gonna give this to my sister. She doesn't really like the whipped cream, so that's perfect. Well, there it is. So pretty much the recipe is coffee or a shot of espresso to the first indent. Then you want to do whole milk to the first line or your choice of milk. For ice, I measured out a cup, or you can measure out the Starbucks cup. And then I did 2 tablespoons of corn syrup, 2 tablespoons of sauce, or you can do 1 pump of your choice of syrup. And then for matcha and chocolate chips, you want to do 2 teaspoons. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, or a thumbs down if you didn't. So go ahead and leave your comments down. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys want to see next.